नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी हमारे करंट और इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया के 14th प्राइम मिनिस्टर। आज से 50 साल बाद जब हमारी आने वाली जनरेशंस इंडिया की पॉलिटिकल हिस्ट्री को देखेंगी, आई एम श्योर मोदी विल बी लुक्ड एट एज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट पॉपुलर प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स ऑफ इंडिया। जैसे हम आज नेहरू, इंदिरा या राजीव गांधी की एरा की बात करते हैं, या हाउ इन्फ्लुएंशियल दोज एरास वर इन शेपिंग आवर कंट्री, ठीक वैसे ही आने वाले कल में बात होगी मोदी एरा की। एंड यू माय फ्रेंड, along with all of us, are living in that era. You may love him, you may hate him, but you definitely can't ignore him. So welcome to our brand new series, I Hate Modi for Being a Genius. मैं हूं हिमांशु और ये हमारी एक छोटी सी कोशिश है चीजों को एक नए नजरिए से देखने की।
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी, अरे हम तो फकीर आदमी हैं, झोला लेके चल पड़ेंगे।
Welcome to the very first episode of I Hate Modi for Being a Genius. This being our inaugural episode, we had a tough choice of picking up the right topic. फिर हमने सोचा कि क्योंकि ये हमारी भी एक शुरुआत है, तो क्यों ना हम भी एक ऐसी शुरुआत की बात करें जो आज एक ट्रेडमार्क बन गया है, मोदी जी इज इनफेमसली फेमस 8 PM लाइव। लेकिन इससे पहले कि हम आगे बढ़े, don't forget to like, comment and share this video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an episode. मेरे हिसाब से तो सचिन की सेंचुरी के बाद ये 8 बजे मोदी जी लाइव ही एक ऐसी चीज है जो पूरे इंडिया को एक साथ एक ही टाइम पर रोक सकता है।
See, for Modi ji, 8 PM matters a lot, and for all of us as Indians, it matters a lot. And generally does not matter which side you belong to, whether you're a student or a businessman or you're working somewhere. If it's 8 PM, you have to be there at home. So I see myself at least at 7:55 in front of TV.
Yeah, he's our PM. क्यों ना रुके उनके अनाउंसमेंट सुनने के लिए?
Sure, he's our PM, but have we ever stopped all our lives to listen to any other PM?
Coming back to our 8 PM live, how did it all begin? Well, with a lot of chaos. आपको 8 नवंबर 2016 की वो शाम तो याद होगी ही। And I believe सबको पता है कि उस शाम क्या हुआ था। आज तक एनिवर्सरी मना रहे हैं उसकी।
आज मध्यरात्रि यानी 8 नवंबर 2016 की रात्रि को 12 बजे से वर्तमान में जारी 500 रुपए और 1000 रुपए के करेंसी नोट लीगल टेंडर नहीं रहेंगे।
When demonetization was announced, it was actually a very big shocker.
And this is where I want to clarify that ये सीरीज मेरे या हमारी टीम के पॉलिटिकल व्यूज के बारे में नहीं है, लेकिन इस बात पर है कि किस तरह मोदी जी ने एक ट्रेडमार्क बनाया right from the scratch. He made 8 PM live as his trademark slot. So let's see ये सब शुरू कैसे हुआ होगा। The very first time मोदी जी came live at 8 PM was to announce the demonetization.
जब announcement हुई, we were all doing our own things and it just came across as a big shock.
I feel it was definitely planned. I mean, something like this would definitely take time to be planned. As a professional in my field, I know the importance of announcements. So there are few questions which needs to be taken care of, like when will it be announced, how will it be announced, and most importantly, who will make the announcement.
So let's try to answer these questions. Beginning with when will we announce it? क्या सोचा होगा उनकी टीम ने कि क्या है राइट टाइम, कब लोगों के सामने ये खबर का खुलासा किया जाए?
Okay, so they announced it at 8. Let's consider different time scenarios. 8 in the morning, 12. क्या difference होता, in the way we reacted? Let's take 4 for example.
That again news, nobody watches anything on TV at that time. चलो मान लो अगर किसी कलीग ने देख भी लिया, तो सोचो क्या होगा जब आपको 4 बजे आके न्यूज़ बताएगा कि ऐसा कुछ हो गया।
If the news was live at 4 that the country had been demonetized, definitely offices would have shut. People would have run to the banks. There could have been riots on the road. People would have definitely reached the bank saying that मेरे notes change करा लो भाई।
So the biggest upside was कि 8 बजे announcement हुआ, and by the time people realized it, it was already 12. तब तक नोट invalid हो गए थे।
If the news was to be announced at 4, it would have been utter chaos. ever heard of Chinese whispers? It would not have reached everyone in the first place, and people would have made their own interpretations of everything. From Facebook forwards to WhatsApp groups to just misinterpreting the entire thing. Probably by 10 o'clock, UNESCO would have even said the 2000 rupee note is the best note in the world.
8 PM is generally the time when we are much more relaxed. हम mostly घर पे chill कर रहे होते हैं दोस्तों के साथ. सारा परिवार साथ में होता है तो I think that time is the best time to be ready for some information on television.
So 10 on 10 to Modi ji on this. Next question, how will we announce it?
इतने सालों से जो हम करते आ रहे हैं प्रेस रिलीज, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस या न्यूज़पेपर में आर्टिकल.
See, press release की बात करें तो it's not the man who is directly speaking.
When we as event managers organize press conferences, it's more of a two-way dialogue. There are a lot of questions that are asked, and at times the direct messaging might not get across.
The same that we discuss for press conferences and press release. Newspapers या तो midday आते हैं या तो of course early morning आते हैं, and that would just create a lot of confusion and chaos.
If you have to reach a larger audience across the geography of India and across age group, then I think digital media, television, radio works the best.
रेडियो की क्या जरूरत है? अगर आप गाड़ी में भी बैठे हो तो फिर आप YouTube, Instagram चला सकते हो.
Apart from other mediums, I feel television and the internet is the best medium to put across any message. Today, everyone is connected the world over. It's not like anyone does not have internet today, and sometimes even if you don't have internet, you have a television. When messaging is put across, all news channels, all identities have got the same messaging feed. So there is no confusion, there is no chaos, and the idea is right out there, be it a middle class person or lower class person or the upper class person.
That too was a bang on idea, just like the timing of it. The medium of announcement was also perfect. So 8 बजे भी decide हो गया और हर जगह एक साथ live जाना है ये भी decide हो गया. Now the final question, who will announce?
अगर देखने जाए तो this was money related information, so either the RBI governor or finance minister would have been ideal for it, or even the home minister.
Nothing wrong, they are all professionals. पर जब प्रोफेशनल्स बात करते हैं तो बड़ी बड़ी फेक के बात करते हैं. आज तक लोगों को पता नहीं चला कि रेपो रेट और रिवर्स रेपो रेट किस बला का नाम है. सो आई फील पीएम जब लोगों से बात करते हैं तो इट्स फार मोर इफेक्टिव.
यार I don't know क्या jargon यूज करते हैं ये लोग. I've never understood these technical terms.
He is an amazing orator. His delivery style, his timing is insane. Where can you say that a person is going to sit down, listen to him and understand the entire messaging the way he puts it across?
मोदी जी तो मोदी जी हैं. No matter how much we try, how much we hate him, how much anybody says, we definitely want to hear what he has to say. He's such a great orator.
It may seem obvious to us now. If you look at it, Modi ji has a method to his madness. आप नोटिस करेंगे सारे इंपॉर्टेंट जो अनाउंसमेंट्स होते हैं शाम को 8 PM को अनाउंस किए जाते हैं, एंड पीपल नो दैट सीरियस इन्फॉर्मेशन अगर आपको सुननी है तो शाम को 8 बजे मोदी जी इज गोइंग टू रिवील सम बिग इन्फॉर्मेशन. तो उसमें अगर आप नोटबंदी की बात कर लो, भारत बंद की बात कर लो, दीज आर थिंग्स व्हिच अफेक्ट्स अ लार्जर पॉपुलेशन, देयरफॉर 8 PM वर्क्स. ऐसा नहीं है कि मोदी जी ने पहले कोई अनाउंसमेंट किया नहीं है, बट यू नो दोज अनाउंसमेंट्स हैव अफेक्टेड अ सर्टेन डेमोग्राफी, सर्टेन पॉपुलेशन. But yeah, 8 PM I think works beautifully.
We were already prepared for 8 PM live on 24 March. We knew something big was going to happen. I think he's India's original influencer. We can troll him, we can be inspired by him, but we cannot ignore him. इस एपिसोड के लिए इतना ही. We will see you next week where we'll talk about the change in India's foreign relations since the time Modi ji became the Prime Minister. On that note, if you like this episode, don't forget to like, share, comment on this video and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram to check out much more exciting stuff we're doing. I will see you next week with a brand new episode of I Hate Modi for Being a Genius.